All right, welcome back. We are going to get right into it today and then start doing some upgrades. So we got this engine last time, and we're not going to use it yet. So we're going to leave that alone. We're going to lift the suspension on this guy. I am not ever going to use this stock suspension again on this truck. So we're going to sell it, even though it's half price. No tires yet, because we're not level 4 yet. Don't want to spend any extra really on this one just yet. And this is something that you can do, which this is actually a DLC skin, but you can change the color of your truck, obviously, if you want something a little bit different looking. So we're going to pick something different today, and I was thinking of, I don't know, I was thinking of like a blue, but like, there isn't really any good. I guess that's sort of a typical Chevy blue. What about, no, that's not. That's sort of a brown. Matches the dirt. Get some DPW yellow or orange. That green's all right. Oh, I kind of like the stock two-tone look. Oh, that one's actually kind of neat. I remember seeing that one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Unfortunately, a paint job doesn't fix the damage that I caused to the truck, but that's okay. All right, so this one, a couple important things. As I said, we have the biggest engine already in this one, so we don't need to change that. We got raised suspension for free, so we're gonna put that in, and we're gonna sell the stock again. Get some money back from that. We're not touching the tires yet. Oh wait, we wanted to look at the tires. All-terrains are level 6. Okay, so we got a few levels to go yet. No diff lock. This one is that really in Michigan? Must be in Drummond Island. Must be in the last map. I don't remember it being there. But the more important one, all-wheel drive, is in Kola Peninsula, which is, yeah, that's a ways away. So what we're going to do here is, so you can take things off, right? So we're going to uninstall this, because we're not going to use it on this truck. We're going to use this free saddle low. Now, this is something that you can do on some trucks if you need a little bit of money. There is some things that are installed, like stock wheel fenders, that you can uninstall if you don't really care. It's more of a cosmetic thing. And then you can sell them. So, you know, get an extra $150. Just random things. Same thing with like these parking lights or the horns. You can uninstall them and sell them. Get an extra $100. I don't really intend on putting these back on, so there's another $150. So yeah, it's some free stuff you can get. So let's take a look. We did that other one. There's sort of a red and white as well. We could probably keep the same theme, maybe. If they have the same theme on all the trucks. Probably not. What we got here? We could go pink. I actually kind of like that one again. All right. This guy, I'm gonna take a look. I don't believe we did all the upgrades to this one already. I just want to double check. We're not going to do the spare wheel. We don't have a snorkel. What a kind of interesting paint. Oh, that's right. This one's got a DLC paint too. That one's kind of neat. I like that one. Got just a flat black, or could do like a primer gray. That one's kind of neat. That's what it was. That's kind of neat. I like the lime green. I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards this kind of like this one with the, yeah, let's go with that way. Obviously I'm kind of keeping with the same theme. All right, so this one we're going to put all the upgrades on that we got. We got raised suspension. Again, we don't need the stock suspension ever again. We're not doing anything with tires yet. We have that. We have that. Not going to do a snorkel just yet. We want the all-wheel drive. We can sell the rear-wheel drive. And then we're going to put that sideboard bed that we stole off the other one. That's now free on this one. And this one, I believe you can do the same thing. Yes. Sell rear fender flares. I think it's got... Does it have hood lights? Not really. Not ones that you can sell. Alright. And there's no DLC colors for this one. Let's see. Is it red and black? That's the original. Yeah, I just don't like any of the flat colors. I like these like two-tone ones. Kind of like the blue. Let's do the green. I like the green. Okay, so plan today. We are going to start by getting a couple of these tasks done. So we're going to do some actual cargo hauling. But the first thing that we're going to do is actually there's tasks to go with a trailer that's right here. This one. And take it to the farm. So we're going to do that first, and then we're going to pick up this trailer, this flatbed trailer, drop it off over here, go grab some, we're going to have to pay the 150 to load it, but we have to go to town, grab some steel bars, and then finish this power line quest. And then that way we can get up this way. And then we're going to do it again. We're going to go grab another set of steel bars. So we'll just leave the trailer here again. Go grab steel bars, come back, and there's another bridge that, or not really a bridge. Is this one a bridge? Yeah, that one's a bridge. That needs the same things. Steel bars and 2 concrete blocks. And we'll use up the stuff that's on that trailer. And we'll find the other gas station. And then once that's done, I think, how close are we? So this gives us, oh, it's only 130 XP. And then all-in power line gives us 200. And what are we? Oh, not that one. Is that what I'm looking for? There we go. Oh, that would do it. That would be enough to hit us level 4. Right? No, that'll be enough to hit us level 3. Urgh. Well, okay. That's okay. There's a couple other things we can do as well. Get us some quick XP. So it's this trailer right here that we found right in the beginning. I forgot that this thing has a really long frame on it. I went too far. Okay. Slow. There we go. So we're going to drop this off at the farm, grab that trailer. Oh, shoot. Shoot. I forgot to fill this thing up. Our fuel is right here. Detach. Go grab some fuel quick. Can't be doing that. Saw we had 9 gallons of fuel. Alright. Now we can go do this. And this should be more than enough fuel to buzz around and do what we need to do. Where we're going, we're going to stop by another free fuel trailer. The mission trailer we were talking about. So we can steal some out of that. I mean borrow, right? Alright. Let's head out. So these first first sets of like campaign quests is sort of what this is, or campaign tasks. They're pretty easy, but then they ramp up in difficulty pretty quick, where you need to buy like a crane for this truck to go like crane stuff, pick up items that are dropped on the ground, go through some real muddy areas to pick up things. So we're not going to do all of those quests right away. We're only going to do kind of the unlocking stuff so we can navigate places. And then if we have time, we're going to hit up that east side. We're going to do some scouting on the east side with the scout, with our newly done scout. I'm hoping I can be level 4 by then. If that doesn't happen in today's episode, that's okay. I realized as I was looking through the previous episode, it was about an hour and 15 minutes long. I was shooting for an hour. But, you know, when you're having fun, sometimes. Okay, so that unlocked that contest, which is the one we were talking about as well, that you can repeat, get a bunch of money, get a bunch of experience. So if we have to, we can go do that. Get some quick XP. But we do need to do some other quests first. But it's all about efficiency, right? We want to do as many of these quests in an order that makes sense. Not traveling back and forth for no reason. So there's one other bridge quest that we were going to do. We're going to grab those wood planks as well. And maybe do that while we're up in town, since it is that way. And this is really the only truck that can do that one that we have right now. Okay, so this guy's a pretty heavy trailer, and there is some trick. Like if you have a really heavy trailer, what you can do is unpack the cargo, and it's part of the game mechanics, but it actually makes it less weight. But it also risks, if you bounce the trailer around, you can knock your cargo on the ground. And I don't have a crane right now, so I would have to go buy a crane to go pick up the cargo or go get cargo from somewhere else. So I'm just going to be real careful through this area, and you have to go real slow through this area anyhow. As soon as we get through this sort of muddy rut area, we're going to pack the cargo again, because from that point on, we're safe to keep it packed. It just makes it a little easier to get through here. You just got to go slow. Yeah, we want to avoid that rut to the left there. But then avoid that sticking out tree to the right. We can go over this one, but not the one to the right. And that was a lot easier then. So if it's packed, you'd be going a lot slower. Possibly winching. And we didn't lose any cargo. Now that we're back on the road, you come to a stop. And we can pack the cargo back, so it's nice and safe. And then this right here at this corner is where I'm going to leave this trailer for right this moment. And we're going to head to town. Yeah, we're going to do a couple of quests here to get some bridges unlocked so we can get around a little bit easier. The scout vehicle can do all the scouting without the bridges undone, but this just makes life a lot easier and gets you a little bit of experience so you can get to the next levels. Like I said, I don't want to buy tires for either Scout. The Scout 800 International Scout or the Chevy until level 4. And then we're going to be spending a bunch of money. Alright, so let's just Just make sure, I believe I have this quest done. Wooden bridge. Yeah. All right, so we're going to start tracking that one. That's what we're going to do, this one real quick first, and then grab some steel bars. Pay our 150. And we get, I think it was like 1,000 or 1,100 back. So it's a spend money to make money. Gotta do it. Like I said, you can either do that or you can put a, crane on this truck right away, but I didn't even look to see how much it was. Next time we're at the garage, we'll look. So yeah, today I'm going to try and keep it to an hour, and if we don't get to the scouting, we'll do that in the next one. But today's main goal is to get some bridges open and get some levels. Alright, so this is that trailer that we yanked out before that we were going to come and grab with another truck, and this is the truck we're doing it with. Let's just all-wheel drive right away. So this is another one. Now this has got a sideboard on it, just like my bed on the truck. So there's much less tendency of things falling out. Oops, I keep hitting the wrong button. So we're going to unpack this right away as well, just to make it a little easier. Now, when you go to turn in the quest, you do have to make sure that the cargo is packed again, otherwise it won't register like the cargo is present in your trailer. So you always have to, at least when you get to where the turn in for the task is, you have to repack your cargo. So see, it's kind of bouncing around a little bit, but it's not really going anywhere. And yeah, this trailer bounces a little bit, but it's okay. So we're going to skip this real muddy. This is a very hard to get uphill in at least the starter game trucks. And you are much better off just taking the grass, even in these big trucks. Until you get up to the top here, then it gets more firm. And same thing once you cross the river here. Yeah, it's kind of muddy in here, so it's easier to just take the less beaten path. It's a little flatter too on the side. There's some kind of tilts you around a little bit right up here. Doesn't not necessarily gonna tip, but I'm worried more about the cargo popping out. So you stay left, you don't tilt from the left to the right as much. All right, so let's just put this cargo back. That cargo. We just have to drop this off. So trailers in normal. Normally, if I was doing this in normal, I would haul this trailer back to the garage or to a trailer store. But there's always a trailer store at the garage because you can sell it back, get money. So if you're early game, you're trying to get some money, you just sell it back. But hardcore. There I go again. Hard mode. It doesn't let you sell trailers, so we don't need this trailer anymore. So I'm actually just gonna delete it just to get it out of the way, because I don't need it. We're going to find a whole bunch more trailers, and we just don't need this one. Alright, so let's get to town, grab some steel bars, which is for fixing that fallen power line. We'll pick up that trailer with the concrete blocks, knock that out right away. Get that task done, get that path open, which takes us sort of the other way to the farm. It's a little bit easier way to the farm, actually. You're going to the farm for something. You go up that way, kind of go up the hill, and then make a right, and just kind of go downhill to the farm. And then The following task is a bridge that's out that just takes us further north that we need to do eventually, of course, but it's just easy, pretty easy free experience. So we're just going to go ahead and do it, since we have the trailer with the concrete blocks. There's a big puddle over here. I forget about that. So yeah, up this way is the town. We go to the warehouse, pay our 150, grab our concrete, come right back down this way. Or actually, sort of back down the other way. There's like some water over the road that way, and there's like a barricade that you want to make sure you go slow through. I've done lots of damage to vehicles for some reason on those barricades if you just go barreling through. It's fun, but yeah, it's sometimes can really like mess up your trucks. Still doing perfectly good on gas. They said we're heading to a free trailer. So it's a mission trailer, but it's the big one. Now, lots of free gas to use. All right, so normally what you would do is you'd use your crane, and instead of loading it to your truck, you load it to the loading platform, which is over here, and then you use your crane, put it in your truck, and then you don't have to pay the 150. But we're just going to pay the 150 because I don't have a crane yet. And we're going to leave this packed because it doesn't really matter too much. Where we're going is all roads, so don't really need the pulling power so much. So yeah, right up here past this gas station, there's like water over the road, and there's like a barricade that says you should detour right, but detour is really muddy, and this is actually really easy to get to, or get through, in any truck. You just gotta go slow. Just knock these barricades over. Kind of hang left so you don't hit that log, and just go through the water. I hung up on one? No. Okay. Sometimes you drag a piece with you and then it'll like get caught in your grill and like do a bunch of damage as well. Got to be careful. All right, slow it down. Not hit these concrete barriers. I've done that too many times, like take the turn too sharp or take the turn too shallow and like rub off of these concrete barriers or this metal bar on the side. Trying to not do too much damage today. I beat up the Chevy a little bit too much for my liking, and I already kind of want to fix it, but I just don't have the money right now to spare. As we were talking about doing that, I was thinking again about doing that taiga. So you have to go to Tamir, which is the third zone. There's like sets of zones. And this is Michigan, obviously. There's 4 maps in Michigan. And then there's Alaska, there's 4 maps in Alaska. And then there's Tamir, which is Russia, and it's 4 maps again. But in the very first map, you can take this truck that I'm using right now. As soon as you're level 4. It's easier when you're level 4. You don't have to buy a trailer. You can just buy the add-on for it. Drive there with a truck that repairs the thing to full. Throw a little bit of your gas in it, tow it back. There's a fuel trailer on the road. And repair it, and then you get the taiga. But it's a lot of money. I was looking at how much it was, and I was like, I don't really need it that bad. We get some really good trucks in here. I think I'm not going to... I mean, I could, but I just think I'm not going to. I decided against it. But like I said, it's your game. If you want to do that, and it's hard mode, and you feel like, oh, you know what, I didn't really leave myself a lot of room to get past this today. This is... Alright. So what we're going to do is pull this trailer a little bit off to the side. Come on. Alright, that's good. That should be good enough. Just enough to get around. Yeah, there we go. So I gotta go back up to town, grab another thing of metal bars for the next quest, because it's the same exact materials. It's 1 metal bars, 2 concrete blocks. We'll use the rest of the concrete blocks on that trailer. And it's getting dark. So we're going to be doing some hauling at night. It's actually kind of fun to do the haul missions at night. A lot of it is on the roads, like a lot of the, at least in Michigan, some of it in Alaska. There's actually quite a bit of roads in Alaska, but there's also a ton of snow. Tamir is pretty muddy. It's a cool zone though, but you get like 2 of the best vehicles. You get basically one of the best scouts. I don't know if I'd call it the best scout. I still think the Ford F-750 is the best scout, which you get way later in the game. You need some really beefy trucks to get through that zone. That one's a very hard zone. When we get there, I'm very interested to see how hard mode goes on that one. I've only ever done that map with mod trucks. I've never even done it with... I'm trying not to use my... I can use, again, I could use mod trucks. Oh, I don't want gas. Could pull it into the gas station like it's normal. Again, if it's in your normal campaign save, you can just go to the gas station, fill it for free. Make that a good habit. But, nope. I'm being cheap. And like I said, we have a whole trailer full of free stuff that we're getting pretty much right past where we left that trailer. So yeah, Tamir's a really cool zone. Lots of unlocking to do just to get to the next zones. That's when they introduce that. Like this, you can just drive all the way to the last zone, the 4th zone of Michigan, you know, in day 1 if you have enough fuel. But it's kind of pointless unless, I guess, if you're going to just go to Scout and pick up all the upgrades, probably not a terrible idea. Some of the vehicles are kind of hard to get, though. There's one vehicle that requires a whole bunch of repair. There's actually another vehicle that we get on the east side of this map that is very broken and like in a swamp. And I don't even know if this vehicle can pull it out yet. I think we're going to need tires before we can get it out. Probably need to be level 6 before we can go grab that. And it's a good vehicle, but it's only 2-wheel drive again, so I don't really need a second only 2-wheel drive vehicle. And my plan for that vehicle, so we're not going to sell any vehicles. Not yet. Not for a while. Probably until we start going to new whole regions. So like if we go to Alaska, we might sell a truck that we don't need. Just so we don't have to bring it, right? And that would be once Michigan is done, because I don't really want to go to the next zone until I'm done with this one, because it's going to cost money to come back. But we'll see. Maybe we'll leave a couple of vehicles here. Go somewhere else with a couple of vehicles and do 2 zones at once. Who knows? There's some other vehicles on the other maps that are useful as well, but again, you don't really want to pay to bring them. It's a pretty decent scout vehicle in Alaska. Again, it's early game stuff, but it's decent. It's definitely not bad. Alright, so let's pick up this trailer again. Let's not smash into it. Coming up here. Right up there. This trailer is really a good one to save. I'm not going to get rid of this one. Because it's a vehicle hauler as well, as you can see the ramps. So like if you're traveling from zone to zone, like in Michigan, for example, and you want to carry a couple of scouts with you or carry one big truck with you, you can just park it on this trailer and drive both, and then you only use one gas. All right. So yeah, up this hill around the bend is the other gas station. This is the expensive one. We're gonna stop there, fill up at the mission trailer, which is there. And then proceed. It's just up the hill a little further. There's a bridge that's out that we're going to use the rest of this stuff. And then I think we're going to just take, you know, if we're going to take this trailer all the way home yet, maybe not. Maybe we'll leave it at the gas station. That sounds like a good idea. Use some all-wheel drive here. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right. Ooh, look at that. I'm lifting the front tires off the ground. Yeah, this said even with just two, this thing's pretty heavy. That is the reason why I don't like using the saddle on this thing. So there is trailers that are, you need to use both a low saddle and a high saddle. This mission trailer actually being one of them. So when you do the mission, when you actually go and do the mission for this trailer, you have to put a high saddle on a truck. And I'm going to use the other truck for it. The two-wheel drive truck, the highway truck. Because the GMC is just better at it. This thing likes to kind of bounce around and lift the front tires off the ground, and it's got a longer frame and just doesn't work as well. I feel like it doesn't go as well. All right, so there is a task right here. Find another mission fuel trailer, which we're not going to do yet because it's like in a swamp. And then this big guy, not this gas station, but this nice huge trailer right here is full of gas. And we can 1,321 gallons. That means we need to return it with 133 gallons. 132 won't work, so you got to do at least 133. So we can use a lot of that. So the other one was like 529. So we can actually fill 2 of those and still be good on this one. So if we empty that one at the garage, we can bring it up here and fill it up with this big one and use it again. This area is a little muddy, but it's just slow because this stuff is heavy. I could unpack the cargo and go a little faster, but it's also really bumpy in here. And I came all this way. Don't really want to lose any of my cargo. In fact, I was going to look to see controls. Oh, there it is. That turns it on and off. Perfect. That's what I needed. when you have a trailer, you can do like a trailer chase view. And we're going to use that as today's thumbnail. So we're doing a bunch of hauling of cargo. I like this area of the map. The east side of the map is definitely like more big hills, and there's lots of really cool missions over here. All right, so this task that we didn't even grab yet is to repair this bridge, but you have to, it's like a two-step, but because of Map Runner, I know that it needs both a single metal beam, and then the second step is to bring 2 concrete blocks, which we have the rest of on this trailer. It just, again, like it would be an inefficient thing to go and then go back and then go and go again, so this is a little bit more efficient to just do it all in one shot. And this truck is more than, I mean, it struggles a little bit going up hills, but it's more than capable of doing it, so. Oh, let's not tip this trailer. Just trying to turn it around. Okay, so yeah, let's leave this guy down sort of by the... by the garage, or not by the garage, by the gas station here. Yeah, see, nighttime, it kind of changes the landscape a little bit. We're not fully night yet, but makes it a little harder to see the road. A little bit more challenging, but it's also like just a really neat, like this is a really cool view here. You know what? I changed my mind. We're going to maybe use that one. We do. There is a camera mode as well, but I feel like the screenshots do plenty good. Okay, so let's get some gas. I'm trying to think of where I want to put this trailer so it's not in the way, because it doesn't really like to back up. It's got one of those like pivoting front wheel setups. Not in range. I'm not in range again. What's going on? There we go. Okay, so this thing can go... This is back to the garage this way. Except this is the path we go. You know what? Let's just take it back to the garage. That's fine. Seeing as this is where we're probably gonna gather things at the garage anyhow before we head to the next map with a bunch of vehicles. Probably take a fuel trailer with us. So there's, like, this map has got, I don't know exactly how much gas. There's people that have added it up, but there's an excess amount of fuel on this map. You don't ever need to pay for fuel on this map. The next map, Smithville Dam, you need to pay for fuel if you don't bring some with you, because there's basically no fuel trailers. And there's more missions to do. Plus there's just a ton of logging on this map and the next map, so you kind of want to leave some fuel here. You kind of want to take some to Smithville. Like, it's a lot of fuel. However, the following map, the third map, has like 4 or 5 free trailers, like completely full. One big one and I think 2 small ones, and like 2 scout trailers too, which also hold quite a bit. Let's put this. It's not where I wanted to put this. See how this thing doesn't really like to per se back up nice. Okay, let's park it in front of this stuff. How's that sound? We can swing it over there. Like right here is fine. That works. Okay. So for now, let's turn this off. And we have this open, and then there's another one up here that needs to be opened as well. It's like a rock slide. That we need the other truck for. And then there's the 2 scout towers that we can do. There's the third one's way up here. I don't know if we'll do that one right away. We might do this task as well once we start doing the scouting. But let's do some more of the stuff up this way. Because that one also requires, let me think. That requires this truck. Because I need to bring, where is it? Yeah, metal beams and service spare parts. So I don't have a trailer. Shoot. Yeah, see, I could have just left that truck up here and gone this way. Save some gas. That's okay. All right. So let's head out with this one. There's a trailer up there that we can grab the service spare parts from. And we'll use one more. Oh, let's actually track that quest. All right, so that's another $1,600, another 180, which will see. Yeah, we're cruising along on experience now, so might be able to hit level 4. We're not going to be able to do the scouting. Like I said, that was my goal today. Open some bridges, hit level 4 if we can, and we can scout the entire next episode. Finish off this map, open everything up. We won't finish it. There's a lot of other tasks to do, but see if we can hit level 4 today. We'll open this. We'll open the other bridge. And then we might do the farm task, which is over here. Get that last little bit of experience. I do want to take a look at that task as well. See how many times it lets me do it, because it didn't really show anything on the lumber mill task, or the contest. I thought it was 3 times. I guess we'll find out. The lumber mill one requires 4 planks, so it costs you $600 to auto load those. You're not using a crane. But it gives you like 3,300 if you get gold, and it's very easy to get gold. It just takes some time to do the quest because you have to go to 2 different places. Well, 3 different places technically. 2 sort of in town, and 2 to the drilling site. So it's like 2 different directions from the lumber mill as well. Why am I running with all-wheel drive on? I guess I was in that muddy area. So speaking of efficiency, when we go do this quest, There is another quest that's up top, the Motel Woes quest. That makes you bring another one of those trailers, just like the one that was at the farm, the Curtainside trailer. From up north down to pretty much right up here. Right past the gas station here. So since we're going up that way, and then we got to come back this way anyhow, we're going to do that quest as well. Just because it makes sense. Why go up there again with an empty truck when we could go up there with a load, complete a quest, and then grab something else to complete another quest while we're up there. And bring it back, instead of coming back with an empty truck. Alright, so we need to pay, yeah, this quest right here. We come all the way back here. It's kind of a little hard to get to. There's an easy way and a hard way to get in there, and I think it's I remember the easy way is actually to go a little bit further, which is fine. We have the excess fuel for it. Okay, so let's grab a metal beams again. And then this trailer right here has bricks and service parts. We only need the service parts, so we're going to keep this trailer until we finish this task. Sorry about your fence. Also sorry I kind of nicked your sign too, but it's okay. As long as I didn't damage my truck, right? And if they have any, you know, fuel tankers around, I might take them. So yeah, this stuff we're going to take. There's that one little muddy area up here that we encountered before with the Chevy, but this thing's a little better at it. Not a lot better, but a little better at it. There's actually this quest here as well as... you know, I wonder if we can do both. Let's not get overzealous. We got to come up this way again, so I don't want to get stuck. Kind of want to wait until I have the all-terrain tires for that quest, because you kind of have to go into this real mucky swamp area over here and grab a trailer that another Curtainside trailer that's in that, drag it up a really steep hill. Okay, we made it. So I'm going to park this as far to the right as I can. We are going to need these bricks for another quest that's at the farm. Actually, let's see if I can back this thing up without crashing it. Oh, I'm totally going to hit that pole. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way I'm not gonna bounce this into that. Unless it like drifts past it. Maybe. No, there's no way. I do want to turn this thing around. I'm gonna park it right in this parking lot if I can get it there. One more little adjustment here. Knock this tree over. Sorry, tree. We're just gonna leave it in this parking lot. Hello, random trailer park. Do you happen to have any fuel trailers that I can borrow some fuel from? Okay. So up here, we're going to do the Motel Woes one because I just know it's a little easier. Oops, not that one. This one. Start tracking. Okay, so this one I want to plot a course because I don't remember exactly where it is. Yeah, this way. It's over here. So normally you'd think you'd go this way, but this path is really hard to get through. And this path is quite a bit easier to get through. And it's like right here, that's where the trailer is, so we're gonna go that way. Grab that trailer since we're up this way. Yeah, and then the other one, I'm looking on the map, the other one is right here. So it's actually if I go to the right. So I could, in theory, grab both of these and drag them both back. But two of these trailers are really heavy, and this thing is in muck. If we can see out that way. Yeah, I mean, it's like a full swamp. And it's not terrible. It's pretty easy to get through swamp in that area because there's a lot of things to winch on, but I just don't want to risk it because the other truck I have is not going to pull this thing out. And then we're going to have to pay to recover. Just a bad idea. This one's safe to get. Bunch of rocks here. Keep it kind of slow. Rocks do... It's not that rocks are... They're kind of challenging to get over, but rocks like to pop tires and do a bunch of suspension damage, which is very annoying. So if you just go slow over the rocks, you don't have that problem. This is kind of muddy if I remember, yeah. Let's stay off to the side. Just this one little part. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. That was close. That was a good opportunity to show you the winch trick. If you have a hotkey for your winch button, you can winch to an object if you turn your camera to the left and quick winch, and it'll save you from tipping over, and that definitely saved me from tipping over. That was almost our first major mishap. So I could have probably brought the other truck in here and pulled this thing back over onto its feet, but then I would have had to drive it all the way here through a bunch of mud, and it's only two-wheel drive, and quick thinking. All right. So let's grab this guy. Attach. What we might do, since we got to go all the way to the motel and we know we're taking that other trailer we left the bricks on, I might try and tow that trailer a bit into town with this and this trailer, just to get kind of be efficient in moving cargo around. I don't know if it can do it though. This thing is just absurdly heavy, and you can't unpack it either, which is because it's this whatever mystery trailer. These are always mission trailers, by the way. You never actually use one of these for anything. So whenever you see one of these, it's always a mission trailer, and it's just got to be taken somewhere. We'll get out of here eventually. We're gonna have to go through that area that almost tipped me too. Come on. There we go. Finally gained a gear. Holy cow. Yeah, I don't think we're going to grab that other trailer. Maybe when we come back and do the other one. Because we got to come back up here and grab that other trailer, like I said, once we get tires. And that's when we'll come back with the bricks. That'll work. Because there's a quest. The next quest after the one that we took to the farm, the main campaign quest, is to bring, like, I think 2 bricks, 2 wood, and a metal beams. Oh, here we go again. All right. Try and not be in the mud, but also try and not tip over. I could low. Let's low and diff lock. Get ourselves out of this. So if you have a manual diff lock like this truck does, we're gonna let it do it. See if it lets me. It will start to change, like you'll see the four-wheel drive logo kind of start to turn green and then red. Not the logo, but like the one that happens when you on the truck itself. It's not going to do it now. Of course, now that I'm saying it. And if you leave it go until it goes dark red, it'll actually do damage to your transmission. So you always want to like see that logo right there. Like it'll be green like that, and then it'll turn into like a real dark red like that. So just make sure to remember to turn your diff lock off if it's a manual diff lock on dry pavement. Otherwise you can cause a bunch of damage to your transmission that you have to fix. And if you damage your transmission too much, it's actually kind of interesting. It'll like slip out of gear. You'll be going up a hill and all of a sudden it'll just slip out of gear. It'll go into neutral. You have to put it back in whatever gear you're using. Okay, so back this way. Yeah, I think we're gonna just leave that trailer there. That was took a lot of time, and I think this is a good time to wrap it up as well. So what we're gonna do in the next episode is finish getting to level 4. I don't think this is gonna get us to level 4. But I might do that by doing the quests that are not the mission quest, the challenge, whatever. I can't remember the name again. The farm quest, the repeatable farm quest. And we might come back in the next one to that. Getting level 4 and then buying some tires. Spending some money. Yeah, the nice part is each one of those quests gives you a bunch of experience, but it also gives you enough to buy one set of tires for a scout truck. It's actually a little bit extra too. So you can do 2 of those, get to level 4, buy 2 scout trucks worth of tires with the money that you made. So that's the plan for the next one. Definitely appreciate everybody that stopped by so far. If you're watching this in the future, there's obviously go ahead and check out episode 1. That's the sort of the starter tutorial. I kind of went through a real quick tutorial of the game, kind of why I like the game. And then episode 2 was all the scouting, all of the kind of my path of going through scouting on hard mode, which was a lot of fun. We did the whole left side of the map. This one's kind of prepping for more scouting. Alright. So where does that put us? Let's take a look here quick and smash into this motel. Old. Alright, turn the engine off. Close. Okay, so one of those is gonna get us level 4. What was that again? We need 240 experience. So is there one of these? So this is the one that says you have to bring the heavy tanker up. That one gives a bunch. I don't want to do that one yet. This one is the bring 2 bricks, which we need that trailer for that we left up there. And the other truck and the other trailer because it's got another brick on it. 2 wooden planks and 1 metal beam to the farm. That would be enough. What about the regular tasks are not as much. This one would be, but it's that one I need to buy a. Okay, so that one's not going to be enough. I do need to do that one eventually. That one would be enough. What did I say I needed? It's 240 experience. That one's I'm not doing yet. That one's kind of a pain. There's the fuel tanker carrier. That one's a pain. This one's a pain. Boy. Okay, so what did I need? Was 240 enough? 240 is exactly enough. Let's take a look at that again. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not going to do that one. We'll save that one for a later time. I just don't want to risk it. I feel like I'm going to get stuck down in here and I don't have another truck to go get it. I would have to bring like a scout and the big truck and like pull both. It would be a lot of extra work. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to do one of these, get level 4, get some tires. We have enough money to, don't necessarily need to do a bunch of these. I can always do those later. Yeah, we have more than enough for 2 sets of tires. So that's what we'll do. We'll start off the next episode with our first, I keep forgetting the name, our first contest quest. Food delivery. That doesn't tell us how many I can do. That's really weird. This one takes like 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes in that truck. Basically what you do is you grab 2 consumables, go up this hill, go this way, cut through this area, which is not too hard to get to, go across this bridge, turn it in. And it takes about 3 minutes, and then you drive back. You can just do it, I think it's 3 times. You can get a bunch of experience and money. So that's what we'll do. Thanks again for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one.